Due to the rising significance of Indo-Pacific and the rise of China, Indo-Pacific region Quad has always been in news. As C. Rajamohan says in his book that Indian Ocean region will be the hotspot of the entire geopolitics and the changing global order. So I, Anuj Sharma, will be discussing with you today the importance of Quad and the recent Malabar exercises which have taken place between the four quadrilateral countries, that is India, Japan, USA and Australia. So first let us understand about the recent exercises that have been conducted. So this exercise, that is the Malabar exercise, which has been conducted recently by the four navies of Japan, Australia, India and USA. Japan, Australia, India and USA have been conducted recently on the Guam Island, that is in Indian Ocean region. Now this Malabar exercise was first started as a bilateral exercise between India and USA in 1992. Then from the year of 1996 and 2002 this exercise was suspended. Then in 2007 the then Prime Minister of Japan, Shinzo Abe, came up with an idea that is known as Arc of Democracy. Now when he was talking about the Arc of Democracy, Shinzo Abe talked about the understanding of confluence of two seas. He talked about the idea of confluence of two seas. Now due to the rising China and the changing geopolitical world order, a new orientation or a new terminology has come up in the international politics. That idea is known as Indo-Pacific. Now Indo-Pacific is a geography which has multiple definitions, but most importantly the definition of Indo-Pacific which has been accepted is considered to be starting from the eastern coast of Africa and going up to USA. The previous vice president or the ex-vice president of USA basically stated that the geography of Indo-Pacific or definition of Indo-Pacific starts from Kilimanjaro in Africa and goes up to the California in United States. Whereas India talks about Indo-Pacific, stating that Indo-Pacific is not about geography, Indo-Pacific is about interests. Now when we say that Indo-Pacific is about interests and the interests of the four countries, that is India, USA, Japan and Australia, is converging in Indo-Pacific, and how they are coming up with the better policies or better operationalization in Indo-Pacific region, and one example of that is Quad. Now this Quad is considered to be a diamond of democracies because the four democratic countries, that is India, USA, Japan and Australia, these are the four diamond democracies which are connected via Quad. Now in this Quad is considered to be an answer to the China's Belt Road Initiative, or what is commonly also known as One Belt One Road or China's String of Pearls strategy. Now China's aggressiveness in Indian Ocean region has resulted into the four countries coming together and forming a kind of partnership which will be economically helpful for the smaller partners in the Southeast Asian region and the entire Indian Ocean region, and also the strategic depth that it gives the four partners countries of Quad with respect to the China's increasing influence. So when we talk about the recent naval exercise that has taken place, this naval exercise has taken place in the Guam region, as I told you. But before that, the four other exercises which have taken place, the first exercise was conducted in 2018. Now this can be asked from you in prelims with respect to the quadrilateral exercise, that is the Malabar exercise which has taken place. So in 2018 the exercise took place in South China Sea, that is the West Philippine Sea. In 2019 the exercise took place near Japan. In 2020 the exercise took place in the Arabian Sea and the Bay of Bengal region, and the recent exercises that have been conducted in 2021 have been conducted in Guam, that is an island of USA. Now this signifies the understanding of the four countries or the importance that the four countries have on with respect to Quad. Now recently, when the 4 leaders of the countries met via virtual summit of Quad as well, our Prime Minister Mr. Modi even talked about the maritime security and expansionism of the countries and how the naval exercises, the military exercise and the economic entanglement of the 4 countries can be beneficial. So what the question comes up, that why such exercises are important for the 4 countries. So what basically can we understand from the Malabar exercises? Now the Malabar exercises basically talks about the affirmation. It talks about the affirmation that the 4 country puts on the rule-based international order and most importantly the understanding of freedom of navigation. Our Prime Minister Mr. Modi has made it a flagship program where he always says or insists on this idea that Indian Ocean region is free for navigation for all the countries, that is the like-minded countries. Indian policy has always been the policy of free, open, inclusive Indo-Pacific, that is the idea of FOIP. The idea of FOIP, free, open, inclusive Indo-Pacific. That assures the understanding of freedom of navigation, that all the like-minded countries which do not have expansionist tendencies can come to Indo-Pacific and fulfill their interests. So this very significantly has always been the understanding of India and the other 4 countries with respect to the Malabar exercises, that it reduces the expansionism tendencies of a particular country, that is obviously China. Then it brings the 4 countries together and it also enhances the defense cooperation, the strategic cooperation between the 4 quadrilateral countries. Now from the today's understanding, we can discuss one question from your mains point of view, and the question is elaborate the utility of joint exercises by armed forces both from diplomatic and operational point of view. Now this question you can write from your exam point of view, and what you as an aspirant should do is that before going through the answer, you need to attempt this question yourself. So I have explained you the entire topic. I'll be attaching this PPT. Now as a serious aspirant, you try to attempt this question and the answer will be provided to you in the description. So I hope you enjoyed today's lecture. That was it from my side today. I'll see you next time. Until then, thank you, take care and be safe.